Pillsbury Doughboy laughing mother.
I don't even think I need to start this, man. That's what they've got. We can do a whole podcast on them just like talking sensually to each other.
Stupid stuff.
That was not a sensual thing that I called him.
I thought so. Okay.
That's my leg.
All right.
My foot.
Welcome everyone to the pilot episode or the first episode of the NFG podcast. This is something new that we wanted to try just so we can kind of spread out a little bit, and this way we don't have to edit video because nobody likes doing that. But I'm Mike, and I'm here with Akhtar.
Right here, Akhtar Alam. I wanted to introduce myself, but I couldn't.
No, you did a good job. We're real proud of you.
Oh boy, redo it. Here we go.
Okay, and then we're also
do it live
with the members of Tangled Wire Gaming, Kenny.
Do I get to introduce myself?
Yeah,
you
you
just kind of did already.
Well, I want to say it again. I gotta get to introduce myself.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Kenny. I live across the street. It's fun.
It's true. It's good.
That's all I got.
And then Brian. So anyway, no.
Whoa!
Fuck
Oh, yes.
Fuck you.
Introduce yourself.
But yeah, I'm Brian. I work at GameStop. Come into my store.
He's got a stupid face.
You're stupid. I'm sorry, that was mean.
That was really mean.
So much about him is stupid.
Anyways-
Already so negative.
Anyways, I wanted to say this. When you first were introducing the channel, I thought you said NFL. I'm like, I don't know sports.
Yeah.
Should I?
Welcome to the NFL podcast.
Like, should I go?
Oh, man.
Let's
you
talk
and me
about
both,
who made a
Brian.
goal.
You and me both. All I know, I'm just like pigskin. It's pretty good.
Throw the pigskin everybody.
That's about it.
That's all you need to know as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly.
Okay, so we both have gaming channels, right? That's something we do?
No, we have a music channel.
Absolutely.
Completely
Really?
Just music. Just
Well, I think you
strictly
guys
music.
kind of hit the mark then if you tried to make a music channel.
Well,
I didn't want to say anything, but
listen, Kenny's vocal cords, perfect. Like inside of
They're
them.
spot on.
everything about
But,
Kenny is perfect. You don't need to tell us.
Yeah, you really
his
don't.
pecs, his 24
okay.
pack of abs, perfect.
24 peck of abs.
24.
I've never heard
24
that.
pack of
24.
abs.
I have 24
pick
packs.
abs.
No, 24 pack.
You
Did I say pecs?
You said packs.
And that's a pack.
Yeah.
Pecs abs.
Well, 24 packs, the same shit, right?
Ew, no.
It's all just like
I've got a lot of boobs.
A lot of boobs. I'm like a cow. You'll milk me. Put it in your cereal. So anyway,
Wow.
I figured this first podcast could be about gaming in general, and kind of why we wanted to make gaming channels, what gaming means to us, because we're all pretty big video gamers, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just picked up new division, so probably
Oh, how is it?
Good.
Because I only saw the demo that Kenny was playing.
All right. Let me
Go for it.
Let me say something before you start on yours. When I was playing the demo, I thought it was absolute trash.
Okay.
Like, honestly, it was so bad. There was nothing to do. I ran around for, how long did I play? Like, an hour?
And at least, yeah.
I killed, like, 5 guys. And, yeah, you said you did all the missions and stuff
Yeah,
already?
there's like what select amount of.
You
missions.
can't have a game where once you beat all the missions, and it's a free roaming game that never ends, too, right?
Yeah. No.
And
yeah.
you can't have anything to do.
Yeah, it's just
like,
empty.
What? It just ends?
Well, no, it's really funny you said it because yes, I picked it up and I'm not too thrilled that I picked it up. I just did it because a bunch of my buddies who I'm playing with are picking it up. So I just.
That's such a terrible reason to pick up a game.
Oh no, trust me.
It's like, I'm going to college because my lover's going there.
No, trust me. I already
Except
I
with a
already
$60
regret this one.
commitment every time.
Oh,
Right.
Trust me, I already regret the decision that I did this, but I will agree with you. There's not much to do. Maybe they fixed it during game. I don't know, but at least in beta when I did it, they're saying, "Oh, you can live off the environment." There are selected apartments you can go into and pull from selected things. Like there's this bedroom filled with shit. Oh, you can only go to this dresser and had maybe a piece of glove in there. Good luck though. Like, okay, I can't just raid the fridge for all the fucking food or everything inside. No, it's selected stuff. That one bothered me. And yeah, there was barely any enemies out there to
It
shoot.
sounds pretty
I
selected.
mean, see, it's so disappointing because they had such a good idea for that game. I think it was a great
I
idea.
agree.
Well, I mean, every shooter is basically the same, but they actually added like an environment and a world mechanic
Yeah, it
to
seemed-
a shooter.
It seemed like a really cool idea. I think it's just one of those situations where they just didn't flesh it out enough.
Right.
And that's what I'm gonna see when I actually sit and
Yeah.
play the full game. But I don't know. I'm already kind of regarding it because I already sold one of my favorite games, GTA, to get this game.
You're a fool.
Well, I sold it because at GameStop we were given
You are
$40
so
for
fool.
it.
You are so fool.
Hey,
You are so
I got
fool.
$40 off of it. Okay, Jesus Christ.
How is he getting
Oh,
money
good.
from
A lifetime of memories
I'm
is
an
totally
employee.
worth $40.
Wow.
Hey, whatever. Anyways, but I'll see how it really is. Like I said, I'm not really too thrilled that I picked it up, but I picked it up.
Okay.
So
Brian, you and I disagree on a lot of things, man.
Yes.
That's funny.
You guys are really polar opposites, and I love it. It works so well.
Jeez.
But since we're talking about gaming, do you guys want to talk about like how we first got into gaming, or like the first games we played when we were younger?
All right, so here's what happened. Okay, I was 7 years old.
Jeez, he remembers everything.
Yeah, no, I was 7 years old, man, and I was at my cousin's house, and he was like sitting there, and he looked at me, and I was like, "I hate you." I was like, "I hate you too." And he like got
Loving
up.
family.
Oh man, and so he gets up and he's like, "I'm gonna go take a piss." And I'm like, "All right."
this is pretty
So he
detailed.
walks away, and I see, and I look at, and I see something on the at like the window like portion from the corner of my eye. It was like a red thing, and I go up to it, up to the window, and I see this red thing. I pick it up. And it was like one of those like plastic like rubber with like the like black and white screen, and it's like the gray like. So it was like a Mr. Game & Watch kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Game
yeah.
and Watch.
Except
okay.
it was Power Rangers.
Oh
You mean a
dang.
Power Rangers one?
Yeah, dude. I would be losing apparently, but I had a good time every time I played it. No matter
See,
how badly we got the shit kicked out
I
of
think the
me.
Game & Watch I had was like this like Metroid one, but it was like where the aliens were falling and you just kind of had to just. It was like a Space Invader
It's
one.
kind of
where
like
you
Space
Yeah.
Invaders.
Well, yeah,
type
but it was
thing.
like
It's
it was
handheld.
yeah, but it was like the Metroid ship and then
Right.
Gotcha.
the can't think of the brain aliens.
But that surprises me. 7 years old was like your first introduction into gaming.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty old.
Ever
Well,
since-
especially because you have older brothers too.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so that one was like my first one, but my like most like favorite one is honestly when I was introduced to Metal Gear Solid, and then when I saw Resident Evil 2 for the first time.
Oh.
Like those two, Resident Evil 2 scared me like no other, and Metal Gear Solid made me feel like the coolest man ever. Like like that's all I'm gonna
So
say. Like,
was
yeah.
the PlayStation like the first console you guys owned, like your family?
Yeah,
Or-
that's the first console that was in the family.
It's
Yeah,
a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. I wish we started. Actually, I don't really quite remember this one, but I think my brothers had a Sega Genesis before the PlayStation came into the house.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like, didn't you play? Was that Vector Man?
Vector Man.
Vector Man.
Vector Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha!
Ha!
That game's so good. So hard though.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Believe me, I know. I played for like 3 minutes and
And you're just
Game
like,
over
well,
so
it's
fast.
like a Mega Man, but with its own little twist to it. You
Yeah.
know? And then you get like power ups, but instead of having them forever and recharging them, you just have them for unlimited shots.
yeah.
Music was rad.
Oh man, like so many games in the 16-bit era had such
Oh,
great
yeah.
music. I was
Because
actually
they couldn't rely on graphical
Right,
stuff, so they had to create these crazy musical features.
no,
and
there
stuff.
was actually a Reddit thread today about the box art for Streets of Rage 2. It was really funny because I don't have it with me to show you guys, but Max, the big muscular guy,
Yeah.
is in the background, and in front of him is one of the enemies who is like in midair, like getting hit, and he's like vertical, and his legs are like up in the air. But the way like the box art is laid out, it looks like those are Max's legs up in the air. So he's like standing straight with like his legs up like this. It looks so dumb. And that's what the thread was about. Is like that's what I always saw with this
Right.
box art.
Yeah.
But then I got into a big conversation about like how the music for that game was just so rad. It was
That
so
music
good.
is so cool, dude. Damn, we beat that game, didn't we?
We did. And that was one of the things you told me too, is like, yeah, make sure the volume's a little louder in this series. I really like the music in this game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was when we were still using our old capture card, so it still messed up a lot
Yeah.
of stuff. But.
But oh well, it was still nonetheless a fun experience, in my opinion.
So Kenny, what about your introduction to video games?
Well, I guess my history with video games is very strange. I mean, I'm the youngest one here, obviously, and I probably have some of the oldest history in like gaming. Like
True.
Which is very true. Yeah.
So I actually thought about this because I figured we were going to talk about this. So the first game like I could really remember playing was the head-to-head football. Have any of you ever
Oh,
played it?
why is that
So
so
it's
familiar?
a handheld.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
little dashes for your football guys
Yeah,
and stuff.
That's right.
I never knew how to play it, but like, that was the first thing I remember
I
ever
forgot
playing.
about that.
Nobody
no
did.
one knows how to
Nobody
play it.
did.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, but which one am I? There's a million dashes. Which one am
Nobody
I?
knows.
He had to get like taught like in a weird way.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know.
So, I mean, that's the first thing I like ever remember. But the like first game that I really played, I started at arcades, I guess.
Yeah.
Marbles is the first arcade game that I really remember playing a lot.
Okay.
So it's the game where you're like on this track, like with a bunch of ramps and stuff.
Right.
You hit start point, end point. You have like a little rolly ball, like bowling.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah.
arcade bowling games, and you roll your marble around and stuff. So that's the first game I played a lot of. Like whenever I would go to the arcade, I'd play marbles, and that was fun. But at home video games, the first console our family owned was the NES. We got that from our uncle, and we played the crap out of that. I mean, I've got 3 brothers at home, and we would play Mario all day long. And I mean, we played so many NES games. It was
And
crazy.
That NES is still the original one that you have at home right now.
Yeah,
Because that thing's still running great.
It's,
It
it's
is,
a
yeah.
tank. I mean,
I can't believe, like, even my NES, like, it doesn't work anymore.
I know it's awesome.
It's such a
Yeah, we've
shame
had
that
it
they
for-
like give in. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
We've had it for forever, and it still works.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That is-
yeah,
I mean, my family's owned so many consoles in the like over time.
But
It's
so
crazy.
you guys had the NES before the Atari?
Well, yeah. Sorry, we did have the Atari because the Atari was my dad's original console, and which what's cool about my family, my dad's really into gaming, which is awesome.
That is
Like,
awesome.
He,
And how old is your dad?
He's 52.
That
Yeah.
that really surprises me. That
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I mean, it's so cool. And the thing is, yeah, he has the Atari, so he's used to that type of generation of gaming.
Yeah.
But he'll come and play Call of Duty with me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so cool.
he's not too bad at it either. At least from what I've seen. I mean,
I would love to
I
do
played
an
with
episode
him a
your
couple
dad.
of times, man.
Yeah, I used to play with him. He used to, that corn cake throwing around there getting killed.
corn cake, what are you doing?
That corn cake is gonna go ahead and get himself killed.
No, I was worried about you.
No, he'd be like, I'm gonna go follow corn cake, and when he gets killed, I'm gonna kill the guy that killed corn cake.
Good strategy.
He's always the one that's running into the action, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, but I think I'm like super fortunate for gaming. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I mean, my mom doesn't care about it, but my dad is really cool.
You know what I find funny though? It's you have a really rich history of gaming. You know, since your dad was really interested in them, and you played a whole bunch of really old games. But like, it seems like for a large chunk of time, especially in high school, like you mainly played like first-person shooters,
Oh, yeah.
and didn't really go outside of that genre much.
Definitely.
And now I know in recent years you've been stepping outside that and playing a bunch more.
Right. I mean, I really like Call of Duty. I know people hate that, but I do. I think it's a great game.
Yeah.
I think just the competitive aspect of that game is amazing. You can't get any more competitive. And I'm a very competitive person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying that's what I really like about when you and me play games because you have the very big competitive side and you have me who's just I'm pretty
Doesn't
fucking
care.
laid back when it comes to games. But
Yeah.
I like that because like when you and me played that in Rayman with the whole soccer ball,
Right.
you saw the competitive side of Kenny and then just me.
That is
I was like, you got
stupid.
to
I
see
hate
two
that
different
episode.
episodes.
That's so bad. But yeah, in high school, that's pretty much all I played, except when I was
Yeah.
hanging out with you. But that's one thing I really like about this gaming channel that me and Brian started. I mean, it's really gotten me out to explore more games and stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm playing games like I played Skyrim for a while. That's a game I would never play.
Yeah.
Like you see me like you're playing Skyrim? What?
Yeah, and I was super surprised when you asked me, "Hey, let's play Outlast or a horror game."
I know.
Like
it's
Kenny wants to play horror.
I don't know. I think because games they could tell so many different stories, and I was like, especially playing a competitive game, it doesn't have a story worth crap. There's no
Right.
creative
Yeah.
input into that like at all.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. You're opening up to it.
Yeah,
Like, you open
and I
up
really
to
like it.
more.
It's
yeah.
it's really enjoyable
It is.
playing other games and seeing what's out there.
Yeah, you gotta branch out and because you never know what you're gonna enjoy until you try it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just gotta try.
I
it.
feel like like Last of Us is totally like one of those games that
I really
Yeah.
want to play that game.
Yeah,
I've been telling Brian for forever. We gotta play that.
I can
game.
pick it up if you want.
We'll do it.
Okay, I'll pick it up. Holy shit!
Do it. You guys should.
I'll fucking pick it up.
All right, I've talked long enough.
Yeah, Brian.
Brian,
What's your
yeah,
video
yeah.
game history?
With me, the first video games. Okay, well, I'm actually going to go on two things. The first video game I can remember playing is actually 3 games. I can't remember which one I played first, but it was on the Sega. It was either Shaq Fu, Sonic 3, or it was the Jurassic Park game on the Sega game. Those are the 3 games I remember playing a lot.
All very good games.
Yeah. And then what actually got me started in comics was I think my mom or dad bought that Spider-Man Maximum Carnage game, and that's what really built me into comics.
Oh,
That's what
played
got
that
me into
before.
comics
Yeah.
because of that. But those are the games I remember playing as a kid, and throughout the years, I had N64 and everything kept going through. And it's bad sounds because I played a lot in N64, but the game that sticks out for me the most, and it wasn't until like later on, it was Animal Crossing on the GameCube. It wasn't until then is when I got pulled into video games.
Yeah.
It was because of Animal Crossing.
Well, what's funny though is wasn't the original Animal Crossing actually an N64 game, but then it got ported over to GameCube?
Yeah, the original story behind Animal Crossing was they first were designing it. The creator, basically, when he was moving to his new company, he was moving miles away. He was gonna leave his family behind and everyone he knew. So he's like, I kind of want to make a video game, kind of like someone who feels like they're going out of what they used to know into a world that they don't even know about, and he wanted to create that game. So he was working with I can't remember the president's name. I think it's Miyamoto, right?
Miyamoto?
Yeah.
Shigeru
He talked
Miyamoto.
with him about it. And he's like, oh, this is a great game idea. And they wanted to originally port it. Well, first make it for N64, but the cartridges couldn't handle it. And so they said, okay, well, we'll scrap that. Then, well, they didn't scrap the idea, but they said, we'll put it on the N64. Then they heard about the new system, GameCube, came out and said, well, let's put it towards the GameCube because that hardware can handle this type of idea more.
Right, yeah.
And then that's what gave birth to Animal Crossing. But it wasn't until with that game is what pulled me in, which is really sad because Nintendo had a lot of great, like N64 had great games. Sega did, but it wasn't until GameCube, the Animal Crossing, what pulled me in. And then when Wind Waker came out, I 100% full.
Animal Crossing is one of those games where, like, if you haven't played it before, it's really easy to shrug it off. But even I got you to play the one on the Wii for a while, and even you were kind of enjoying it. Because it's just a fun game to just spend hours in.
Yeah.
And the more you play, the more you get attached to it. By the way, one of these days we're going to have to play more, or our 3 viewers are going to kill us. I should tell you that right now.
Dude,
What's his name?
Mario fan?
Super Mario fan?
Yeah, he needs it. He needs it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Animal Crossing.
that was a disaster. That episode.
A beautiful disaster.
It was a beautiful disaster.
Yeah, Animal Crossing was my prime enjoy. I think I'm the one who pulled you into it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You got me to play City Folk.
Well, I didn't get you into it, but
I-
but you came over and watched me play the original. Right?
Yeah, I like watching people play. I don't like playing it. I don't enjoy playing it myself. I like being involved in the experience with the other people, but I
Yeah,
don't
that's
want to
fair.
start that.
Yeah, there are games.
Yeah,
that
I'm obsessed with it because there was something that sounds super nerdy, but when I was a kid, I used to play Animal Crossing, and the game ran on a 24-hour thing, actual real time. When I went to sleep, I walked my character upstairs into his room, laid him in bed, and I would go upstairs, go to sleep, come back downstairs next day, play again. Like it was my life. I loved that game.
It's like a virtual pet.
Kind of, yeah.
It's a virtual
it's
me.
It was really fun because when I played it, I wasn't like anywhere. I was in this world. I engrossed myself in this world.
See,
that game became my life.
It's kind of like Sims too. Like I couldn't feel Sims. Like I don't know. It's just to like that like type of game. Like and I'm not taking anything away from it. Like I said, I love watching people play because of like the stupid things I see people do in those games. It's awesome seeing it and watching it. It's like watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
I can't play it.
It's one of those games similar to The Sims where I think you just have to make it your own,
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, if you look at it just how it is, it's like, okay, start up Animal Crossing, go fishing, I'll sell some fish for some bells, pay off a loan. Whatever. If you look at it that way, then, the game can be kind of monotonous and weird. But if you actually, like, start talking to your neighbors, you see their personalities, you kind of come up with your own, like, yeah, dude, Poncho, he's a badass, man. He's always working out, dude, up early in the morning, sprinting everywhere, and he's my rival, right? Like, I got to work out to be stronger than Poncho, because I can't let him be alpha dog,
Well, see, I love watching that go down.
But see, and that's the thing. Like, it's one of those games that I think if you're willing to kind of role play a bit and be creative with it, you can do a lot of
you
fun
have to
things.
build your own story with the game, and that's what I love about it. It's like, yes, it doesn't have its story. The story is like, okay, you buy a house, pay off its loans, boom, end of story. You build the story of like, okay, this villager in is for this reason, or I'm trying to save up money to be able to create this cafe and stuff like that. Cause
aren't you trying to become mayor?
Well, you are mayor in New Leaf.
Yeah,
and I was actually going to say, just to kind of give an example, is in my town in New Leaf, I had that one anteater with like the slick back hair.
That's right, the Italian.
I swear to God, it was in the mafia. I swear to God. And like you go into his house, and there's just like bags of stuff in the corner. You're like, what's in the bags, man? What's going on? He's like, yeah, you don't need to see that. You don't need to see that. Don't worry about that.
Well, the funny thing was, he left your town to move into my town.
Yeah, he was spreading his business.
Yeah, he goes to my town. I'm like, until I'm like, oh shit, dude, your guy's here.
And the thing is, like, he's the kind of guy. He'll be like doing something, and then you walk by, and he'll just stop and look at you and be like, "Yo, man, you just walk on by, huh?"
But did he always have like a shovel in his hand?
Always a shovel. Always a shovel.
It was something like, I remember that. But he was my friend. Every time I came to your town, I had to talk to him.
Yeah.
I had to talk to him.
But it's one of those things. You just make it fun in your own way. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
And it's different for everyone.
Yeah, because I played every iteration. I played the first one GameCube, second one on the DS Wild World, and then third was City Folk, and then now New Leaf. Which I don't know if I'm going to play the two newest ones. That's the home designer where you're just making home stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do that. And then they have this like Mario Party version. I might skip those two.
Yeah,
and
because
just wait for the newer one.
They're not even like Animal Crossing games. They're just kind of side things.
Exactly. Yeah, people are saying that I guess there's a canon thing, but I guess the home one is a canon, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
But for now, I'm just gonna push them aside.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much my history. I'd say with gaming.
Okay.
What about you, Mikey?
Well, I'm kind of in the same boat as Kenny, where my older brother was the one who got me into video games, but he's 8 years older than me. So like I played my first game probably before I spoke my first words, as far as I know. But like the first console we had was an NES, and I'm gonna guess the first game I ever played was either Super Mario or maybe Duck Hunt.
Oh,
And I'm kind of leaning towards Duck Hunt because like I wasn't even using a controller.
I
was
mean,
using
yeah,
a
that
zapper.
makes sense. Easier for a kid.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Mike, take this. Shoot the TV.
Right.
Like, oh,
So
okay.
I'm guessing it was probably one of those games. But I know shortly after my brother got a Sega Genesis, he actually wanted to get a Super Nintendo, but the reason he didn't is because one of his friends already got it. And so he's like, well, then I'll get the Sega Genesis so we can play all the games.
Mm-hmm. Smart thinking.
Man, I love the Genesis. I played the Sonic games. I played Road Rash with my
Ooh,
brother.
Oh my
Road
god,
Rash.
Road Rash.
Road Rash.
Loved Road Rash. Played Streets of Rage.
Doom
played,
Troopers. That
Doom
was,
Troopers. Yeah,
it's
Doom
a
Troopers is
disgustingly violent game, though.
good. Disgustingly.
Yeah.
I played Mortal Kombat. I played Mortal Kombat when I was like 6 years old.
Kombat 2.
Loved it.
Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. What was the other one? That I
Earthworm
played a
Jim?
bunch? Earthworm
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah.
Toe Jam and Earl.
That's my boy.
X-Men.
X-Men. So many games, man. And but I think my biggest phase, like the system that told me that I was going to love gaming for the rest of my life was the N64. Because I just remember being obsessed with like every game that we had on it. Whether it was Ocarina of Time, GoldenEye, even like the weird like WWF games my brother was playing because he was super into wrestling.
Glover, that was a good one on N64.
And that was when I got the first Tony Hawk game,
Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie, Smash Bros, Super Mario 64. All these games, they were just like, oh my god, this is amazing. These games are amazing.
See, and that's crazy, because, like, the experiences that you had with N64 are the experiences, like that I had with PlayStation.
Right.
And I feel like that's why it's, like, a good, like, mingling of
Yeah.
games when
Well,
we play.
And I think
not
it's
friends.
interesting because you can definitely tell that like I have a bigger appreciation for the N64 games than you do for the PlayStation
Yeah.
ones. But yeah, it is kind of interesting because Rob, you guys know Rob, our friend Rob. His first system was a PlayStation as well, so I got to play a lot of those games too, and it is kind of interesting seeing the differences and similarities between the two. But yeah, the N64, just like I fell in love with it. I remember like my brother, to try to get me to like play sports with him, he'd be like, Mike, let's play basketball together, and if you beat me, I'll give you my N64. Knowing that, of course, I could never beat him, but I always would because like I gotta get that N64.
Yeah.
I need it.
See, that's one of the consoles that my family completely skipped over, and I'm really mad about that because there's so many good games on there that I want to play.
I'll say I still have
really
a bunch
bad.
of games on it, yeah.
I mean, that's,
I have an N64, but all the games are gone now.
Well, I have a pretty fat library of N64 games, so
that's the one I
We can go
missed
look
out
at
on.
mine.
every other console in there besides like Dreamcast and like the
Yeah.
really weird ones and stuff.
Like, it was funny too because they weren't like afraid to represent the fact that it was 64-bit. Like, you would have Donkey Kong 64, Super Mario 64. Like, they're just like, throw that 64 in the title.
But
like,
the thing that's what Nintendo always did. When the SNES came out, everything was super this, super that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Or even with like Wii U, with Super Mario Bros. U and all this
Yeah.
stuff. Like
Right.
that's just something Nintendo does.
Yeah.
They put the name of the console in with the name of the game.
I think the only ones they really did skip was probably DS, 3DS, and then GameCube.
Yeah, they didn't do it a lot for like GameCube and stuff.
Yeah.
no, for
but-
3DS it makes sense. Like, something 3D.
Well, that would be
Yeah.
if they made like an HD remake, like Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D.
Yeah.
They would throw the 3D if it's a remake, though. But past that, I don't think they really capitalized on that too much.
Well, not really, but I mean, like, there are other scenarios too where, like, in the N64 or whatever, they didn't slap
True.
on 64 to everything. But
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
it's just like, you know, if it fits, then do it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like Perfect Dark 64.
Right.
You know, like-
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say one that really sticks out for me, especially GameCube, would be Super Mario Sunshine. When that game came out, that was a huge thing for me too.
And
Oh
it's
my
funny
God.
because, like, I never played that one.
Are you serious?
Well, I mean, like, in recent years I have. But,
Okay.
like, when it
Back
was out
in the
on
day.
GameCube, I never played it.
Yeah, I think the GameCube was my thing because I played so much Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario Sunshine,
Super
Double Dash for Mario Kart. It was just so. I think the GameCube was actually the thing that got me into GameCube.
Oh, GameCube was great.
I think it was GameCube.
But even though Super Mario Sunshine was pretty rinse and repeat,
Oh! Damn!
I still but Brian's got a good point. There was something about it that was just so like magical. I love that game too.
It was
Yeah.
just something about it. I don't know what it is.
Well, that's how I always felt about Ocarina of Time. And I know, like, playing it with you, since you never played it as a kid, you don't have that feeling. But, like, I can look back to when I was a kid, and, like, that was our Skyrim, dude.
Yeah.
The game was huge. It was this vast, open adventure. And it's like, the world is at your fingertips, man. Like, you go out there, you got your sword, you got your items, you got, your potions. You're like, I'm doing this, man. I'm saving this land. I'm taking down these huge monsters, these Dark Souls-esque bosses. And it felt epic.
That's the thing right there. Like, I feel like that's why you love Dark Souls so much
Yeah.
too, because of that like history that
It gives
you
me
have.
that feeling again.
Yeah.
And, like, I know, like, looking back at it now, I mean, like, Ocarina of Time actually is kind of linear in the sense where they tell you, okay, here's what you got to do next, and you can go there and find it. But
Yeah.
especially as a kid, when, like, nothing makes sense to you and you're dumb as shit, you go into a game and you're like, what do I do? So you're, like, dropped into this world and you're like, oh, man, I guess I just run forward and see what happens. And it
Yeah.
was so experimental, which I think was kind of the main, like, thing I'd say about the N64 era. It was just so darn experimental.
Oh yeah.
And if you didn't play those games at the time, if you look back at them now, you could see so many flaws, and especially graphically, they aged horribly, of course.
Yeah. But then you have that people who are very, what's the word,
Nostalgic,
nostalgic over
yeah.
it, who
But-
like rave it up. Which
Right.
it's a good game, but I don't think a lot of people will also look at the flaws. of
Oh,
it.
sure. And there are extremes on both ends that you never
Oh.
want to go inside. But
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is, like, you got to have an appreciation for how experimental everything is. And, like,
Oh, yeah.
they didn't know how everything was going to work in 3D because everyone had only worked in 2D before. So they're like, all right, let's just try this out and see what happens. And
You know, didn't they do something about with like they had like a trailer of what the next 3D Zelda would look like, but then they gave Ocarina? Wasn't that like a thing? I remember that being like a big thing they talked about.
Well, they showed, I think, almost kind of like a tech demo
Something
of
like
the
that.
sword fighting with
Yeah.
Link and stuff like
It was
that.
like
And
Link and
originally, originally the game was going to be a little bit more sword based than it ended up being.
Yeah,
Um,
because I remember that being something that was like I remember if it was good or if it was bad. I can't remember.
well, I think they ended up changing it to be a little more like item based and stuff like that because since
Okay,
everything
yeah.
had like a Z axis and was moving different
Yeah, true,
directions,
the
like
Z
you got
walk
flying
on.
enemies, you can't hit that shit with a sword. So they're like, well, let's try to keep with Zelda tradition and make items a big important, you know.
Which I like what they did with the bow. How the bow went to first person. That was
Yeah,
awesome. Though.
yeah.
That was awesome seeing that. Especially with I guess you would say limitations that an N64 could really do. That was really cool to see third to first.
Yeah, no, I mean, and with so many games on the N64, they just really broke a lot of boundaries
Mhm.
and laid down the framework for much better games in the future. Like, don't get me wrong, there are thousands of better games than Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
But a lot of them have Ocarina of Time to thank for that. Cause,
They
like,
do,
it was
yes.
one of the many games that laid that foundation.
And let's not forget the console that Ocarina of Time was on, though. That was Mickey Mouse controllers, man. They were, you could do whatever you wanted to do, like you could have your game set up in whatever way you wanted, but then afterwards they learned their lesson. They're like, holy hell no will we ever do that ever again, ever.
Talk about experimental. Like that's like the one time I could think about Nintendo not fully committing to a decision.
Oh, yeah.
Because they wanted an analog stick. They wanted to try
yeah.
that, but they're like, oh, but if it sucks, we should have a D-pad too. And they're like, well, how do we design it? Make another one. Just have another third stick there. So, yeah, that was a monstrosity, but...
Yeah, because
whatever.
It paves the way to modern
what not
modern
to
gaming.
do.
I mean,
Right.
Well, but now every controller you have, you
has
have
a D-pad,
to have an analog stick, or joystick or whatever. I don't know what it's called.
Analog stick.
Yeah, it's like if you don't have that, like how would you play modern games? Like how could you have that depth of movement
That
without
precision.
it?
Yeah, true. Because the thing with that, like with Call of Duty, they could think
if you didn't have that, it would be trash.
Oh
Yeah.
no, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I feel like there would be different games then, though. Like, games wouldn't be designed around precision. Games would still be kind of played like...
Well, but then the thing is, like...
You know what I mean?
Well,
if
it would be like
if that
007,
wasn't a thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, there'd always be something else. If, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
I feel like it'll go back to the old school of like how GoldenEye was, where you had to hold the right trigger, then use the D-pad to slowly
That's so
try to
dumb.
aim it. It would be
God.
something like that again.
For a game I loved so much, it is so hard
It
to
has
play.
to be
Yeah.
the game
So
that has held up the worst.
Well,
over
absolutely.
time.
Compared to how it was
I mean-
received when it came out, that was the god among games.
That game was
now
so good, and
is,
it's like...
It's now the
Unplayable.
it's so bad. It's
It's-
so bad how to play that game. It's just,
My favorite, I think, 007 has to be Nightfire. Nightfire has to be.
Nightfire was really good.
Yeah.
I think mine was
Agent Under Fire?
Agent Under Fire.
That one was
Yeah.
good. It's just I had a hard time with the gunfighting in that one.
Well, the thing is, that's the game we had at my house, and like all four of the brothers would get together and just duke it out at the castle level with jetpacks.
The
It was
only
the best.
Agent Under Fire, I think, actually is fantastic. The only thing that
It's
bothered
the
me is
bots.
it didn't have bots.
Yeah,
like,
didn't have bots. Yeah.
that's what made Nightfire better. Is it had the bots you could fight.
Right.
Sure. Because the one at Nightfire I always played was that snowy one with the
With the cable
with
car.
the cable-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. And I saw how you used the cell phone as a grapple hook, get yourself up there for
Yeah.
you too. That was so cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
And then you had like the helicopters and the tanks you can get into. That
Those
was,
little mini.
yeah, that was so cool.
You played GoldenEye Rogue Agent, haven't you?
Yeah, well, actually, Rob had gotten that on the PS2, and I remember playing that.
How was that?
You know what? It was disappointing at first because I think we were expecting basically GoldenEye again.
Yeah.
But I actually remembering it being pretty cool because like the way it worked, your character had like the GoldenEye wasn't like the GoldenEye in the movie where it was like some kind of card you put in, whatever. It was an actual like eye that your character had and allowed him to like see through walls and like have different like weird powers
That's
like that.
pretty cool.
Which one was this?
GoldenEye Rogue Agent.
I never heard of this.
It's on the Wii, right?
Well, it originally
well
came
as
out
the
on like
PS2.
PS2 and GameCube and stuff. They might have put it on the Wii. I don't know.
I don't know, but that was like the one that they like remade after you. Because I remember, were we playing something like that?
No, okay.
Yeah,
So this
what-
is something different.
Okay.
They actually remade the N64 GoldenEye on the Wii, and I think they also actually put it on like newer systems too.
Okay.
But so that was just like a really crappier done remake of the N64.
that was the GoldenEye Reloaded, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
GoldenEye Rogue Agent was a completely separate game that had nothing to do with the movie GoldenEye.
Yeah, no.
It was just you played a new character who basically went around and I think you like killed like Bond villains and classic Bond characters. I forget what the story was, but that was essentially what you did. And you had this golden eye, which you gave you those like special abilities. And that game was actually pretty darn cool, if I remember right. I haven't played it since the year it came out, but at the time I remember it being really really cool.
That's interesting. I've never even heard of that one.
Yeah, I would like to see if I can get.
There's
my
actually a
hands on it.
lot of like low key Bond games out there. That,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they have like what Bloodstone that was for Daniel
They have
Craig.
so many of them, though.
Yeah.
There's so many Bond games.
Yeah, and they have like
It's
the
crazy.
third person ones too. Like I think one was it like
Oh,
Everything or
yeah.
Nothing or something.
Yeah, they also made one with my God, what's the one with they put Sean Connery on it.
From Russia with Love.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
There's so many out there now.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
It's
Which-
like how many movies there are. There's
Right.
too many.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I mean,
Some suck, some are great,
I
some
know.
are okay, some eh.
yeah, I'm waiting for the first,
Alright, yeah.
one to hit new gens. I'm waiting for the first one to hit new gens. Because I feel like Xbox One and PS4 would
But
get
the
it.
thing is, I don't see a new Bond game being
Yeah, but
very
they,
good.
but they made a Godzilla though. They made a Godzilla.
And how did that turn out?
It was sucky, but they made a Godzilla.
Why? What are you trying to prove here, Brian?
Well, I'm just saying because I feel like some third party will try to pick up a Bond and try to bring it back.
But you know what? You know what I think, for better or for worse, you know what I think killed Bond games? Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty kind of mastered the first-person formula, and it's like for like a realistic first-person shooter, it's Call of Duty.
Right.
You know? I mean, that's just.
And I mean, but the thing is, I think Call of Duty is making way for a new title to come in more of the realistic genre, because Call of Duty is moving away from that right now. Right. And I'm hoping for their next
very like super
very future
futuristic
and crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, for the next game that's coming out, I'm hoping they go back to classic Call of Duty, because that's what I really like.
Well, see, because someone was telling, I don't know if this is true, but like customers keep saying, like, I guess Advanced Warfare 2 is their newest thing they're working
Ghost
with?
2.
Is it Ghost 2? Okay,
yeah,
I don't
because
know if
it's going back to Infinity Ward.
Okay.
Yeah, Infinity Ward.
Yeah, don't they bounce it between, like, Infinity gets
3
1 year,
different
then...
companies, Infinity, Sledgehammer, and Treyarch.
Right, that's right.
And,
Because they bounce between them.
Black Ops 3 is Treyarch. That's the one we're on currently. I mean, it's a good game. I mean, you guys
I've been hearing online for it was just rough, and I hear that bow is fucking overpowered.
Oh, well, obviously.
That's just what I hear from customers. I haven't played
stuff
it.
like that. But.
That's just what he hears in the grapevine.
You'll be amazed how much shit I
Honestly,
hear about
though,
gaming.
instead of like, I would much rather go laser tagging or go paintballing than play Call of Duty. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, sure, but I mean, like, you know,
but if you can't
go laser tagging and paintballing every day.
Yeah, true.
Right.
But I agree.
But like, if you do that activity, I feel like you'd be satisfied for the week or like for like the next 2 weeks.
Well, that's when you go buy.
Well, right, but I mean, I think it
You know what I mean?
fulfills a different want though, because like I agree, I'd have way more fun doing laser tagging and paintballing. But I mean, like sometimes you just want to sit back and play a game, you know, and sometimes you want to shoot shit. So you know, that's when it kind of comes.
I don't know. I kind of see it because you guys know I'm pretty good at the game, and
you're great.
You're fucking.
I feel it more as like a craft that I'm trying to like perfect. I guess. I mean, that's why I play it a lot, and it's like there's always things that I'm trying to fix, and like I play it now, I change my sensitivity, I'm gonna make my shot perfect this way and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't know how you do
that. I don't look at it as much as a game, really.
Yeah.
As like a skill.
It's more of a lifestyle.
See, that's actually funny. Because of you inspired me to kind of get into a shooter, which mine happens to be the Battlefield side, which is the polar opposite of you. Because I watched how good you were at Call of Duty, and I knew, like, I can never fucking reach Call of Duty to Kenny's percentage. So let me try my own field, and that's when I went to Battlefield. Now I fucking love Battlefields. Battlefield 4 is my favorite hardline.
It sucked.
It sucked. But fucking 4, I love Battlefield 4. 3 was okay, but I think they perfected it in 4.
And, I mean, I think this is the reason that, like, I have a good history in gaming, but also not really at the same point, because you guys were just talking about the Zelda games and these massive worlds and stuff, and that's like where I missed out, because my brothers got into this shooter game, and that's where I got stuck. Like I was stuck there, so I missed all of the Zelda games, all of these like super creative games that I wish I played.
Well, see, that's why I like that you and me have a channel, because you play the shooter sides and I play more of the open world, and that's why I think with you and me, we can blend the two together, and you can play something you never played, and I played stuff.
Right, and that's why I think the channel's
Can
awesome.
I just throw down like a hardcore blast from the past for Call of Duty real quick?
Let's do it.
So, so I just gotten it on Xbox 360, right? I think I was like level 12 or whatever, and then I got gold. And so the first person I played it with was actually with Kenny. And so...
This is MW2, right?
Yeah. Oh, you remember?
I remember.
Oh, shit.
MW2 is my favorite online Call of Duty by far.
So, okay, so he remembers this game too
Do
now.
people actually still play that online?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Servers are still
Oh,
up?
yeah.
Wow.
Servers are still up.
Okay.
So, I think, like, we were in the desert place with the broken airplane,
Yep.
and I was playing it, and at the end of the match, I think I was, like, 33-2 or something ridiculous like that, right? And I just see a message pop up from Kenny, and I open it up, and all it says on it is a good game. I'm like, yeah!
Senpai noticed me!
Guy's like, alright, you got that one.
This is all you need is that lowercase good game.
But then you know what I did right after that? Yeah. I got super close to my team. I was like, all right, he's not going to beat me again. And I got super focused. And, he's not going to get a higher score than me this time.
Man.
I feel like if you beat Kenny in Call of Duty, that's your last day.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Like, Kenny's coming for you now. Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
No, but actually, because now I want to bring up a memory with you and me now. Remember the first time I ever let you play Oblivion?
I was just telling Kenny about that yesterday. I was just telling him about that yesterday.
Can I tell at least what I remember?
Yeah.
You film the details?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first time I ever let Mike play Oblivion, I love the Elder Scrolls series. Skyrim, it's okay, but Oblivion's my favorite.
I think I remember this too.
So I bring over, I brought over my 360, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I brought my 360, you had your TV down there or something, and I plug it, I'm like, alright Mike, I want you to play this game. It's called Elder Scrolls Oblivion, just give it a try. You made, like, I think it was Arthas from
World of Warcraft. Because I was playing World of Warcraft while you were playing that. And then I played Arthas because I'm such a nerd.
So I just remember Mike just going around playing it. And I'm like, oh, Mike, okay, let me get you some money right quick. So I show Mike this, like, amazing glitch. It's like, he gets, like, $1 million or whatever. I'm like, okay, what you first go on to do, because it's a big world, Mike, go buy yourself a horse first. So Mike goes all the way down to there and buys a horse. Hold on, so it gets better. So he goes out there and like, oh cool, so Mike, your horse is outside. I think I walked away for a second, and Mike jumps on the horse and starts going off. So I come back like, oh cool, how you like horse? Like, I like this, it's really fast, really moves around. So Mike sees this enemy, jumps off, and he turns around, his horse is walking away. He's like, what was that horse doing? I'm like, wait, Mike, your horse is not supposed to do it. He looks at the horse and said, stolen horse. Mike took the wrong horse. He's like, wait, come back. So he does, instead of getting on it, he punches the damn thing. I'm like, Mikey. So now he's fighting the horse. And then his imp comes in. He's fighting a horse and an imp. I'm like, oh my god.
Wow. That horse kicked my ass. No, but okay, so here's the thing. Like, I didn't know there was just one set horse you buy. Yeah. I thought you paid and then you picked a horse. Because they're all the same, like brown horse.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, I paid. I'll take my horse and go.
I see where you're coming from.
So, like, I imagine from, like, the horse keeper's perspective, like, this guy pays him money and he's like, okay, there's your horse, sir. That's my horse. That's my horse. That's my horse. Right off.
Okay, so tell me the other thing I did to you in Oblivion.
The other thing you did to me?
With when you left for the bathroom.
Oh! Okay, so this was a different day.
This is so, oh my god.
Okay, so I was in the arena. In Oblivion, you can go into this arena and fight as like a gladiator and go against, different gladiators and monsters and stuff. But I was kind of low level, so I was really getting my butt kicked. And I'm like, oh my god, this is incredibly hard. I don't know what to do. I was like, all right, forget this. I'm going to go to the bathroom. And Brian's like, okay, well, dude, while you're in there, I'm going to just do a secret to make your character way stronger. I was like, this whatever, dude. So I go to the bathroom, I come back, and I start playing again. Brian's like, dude, your character is going to be way stronger now. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And so I go into the next arena fight, and I'm just kicking ass. Like, my blows are doing so much damage. Their hits do nothing. I'm like, oh my god, I am so powerful. Brian, this is amazing. He's like, I know, dude. I know all the secrets. So he doesn't say anything. And, like, the next day or a couple days later, I'm just kind of messing around in the menus because, like, I never had before. So I'm like, okay, I'll just kind of look through the menus. I think I wanted to adjust, like, a sensitivity or something. I don't remember. But I see you can change the difficulty level mid-game. And I'm on the friggin' easiest difficulty level.
His bar's all
very easy. And I'm like, that motherfucker. He made me feel special. He put me on baby difficulty.
Oh my god.
I was so upset, man. I thought like I was special.
It was funny because the next day he was pissed at me when he told me.
I was legit mad. Like, I was like, dude.
Oh man.
It was so funny.
My honor. My pride.
Yeah, but all it really did was just made the enemies easy, but you got the same XP. It just made them easier.
Yeah.
It was just funny. Oh my god. But yeah, then you had like the door glitch. Like Mike and I had the worst problem with Oblivion and Fallout 3.
Well, in every game, your profiles get corrupted
so bad with
so
games
often.
for some reason.
I don't know. It was just like
games hate you.
They do. Like my data would get corrupted.
I love how much bad luck you have with games.
But it's only Bethesda. I'm so amazed my Fallout 4 hasn't do that. Now that I say that, it's gonna happen. Watch. But it's just I don't know. It's something with Bethesda game. They don't.
But even that, like
you
even Dark Souls, right? You got corrupted.
They didn't do it twice for Dark Souls?
No, once for Dark Souls.
So I mean, it's happening with other games too.
I like feed off of that so much.
I know you do.
Your pain is what keeps Akhtar.
No, there was a time where we were at Akhtar's house and we were all hanging out and having like a gaming night. Like all three of us were playing our games. And, you know, I sit down, I'm like, yeah, let's totally play some Fallout. And I just sit there, and you just see the screen. Your data's been corrupted. It's being deleted. I just sat there and just stared. And I swear, Mike, like, oh.
Mikey what? God bless his heart, did not laugh at all. I'm sitting there in the corner like a dumbass, just. I couldn't hold it. Like, I couldn't.
Akhtar was, like, taking his clothes off and rubbing himself. He loves it. He loves it. I'm looking in Brian's eyes, and it's like he just got a call saying, Brian, your whole family's been killed in a fire. And then Brian's just, like, staring off, like, 1,000-mile stare, and he's just like, this is the end. Like, there was no joy left in him. There was no joy.
I was so pissed.
He went on Bethesda's website.
Oh, my God. I remember that.
And wrote them a very strongly worded email about his displeasure.
I was pissed.
Oh, man.
Boy.
Oh my God! But they didn't.
I remember laughing harder after
Obviously,
that
they're not going to respond.
Akhtar was loving every moment.
I told Mike. I told him I bought all their shit, and it happened to me in Oblivion and fucking Fallout. I was pissed, and I still bought Skyrim.
I think it happened to you in Skyrim, too.
It happened to me in Skyrim.
Yeah.
I kind of stopped after a while with Bethesda, but I don't know. Like, Skyrim was a good game, but I don't think that one was for me. The environment, the graphics look cool, the concept, the gameplay is cool, but just it didn't pull me in. It felt empty. It felt like this huge world, but not much is happening.
See, so that was one of the only Skyrim game or Elder Scroll games that I've played. I mean, I watched Mike play plenty of them.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. I didn't play it for the story like at all. I just like
For adventure.
hopped on, went through the mountain, was like, I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna steal that horse.
Oh, there's a troll over there. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Exactly.
You know
And
what I
then
mean?
he kills me with one hit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not going back there. I just thought they were fun, just to like run around.
Kill
and shoot.
dragons, dog. How you not gonna enjoy killing dragons?
That was cool enough, but I don't know. It's just something with Skyrim. Maybe it was the environment. Maybe it was the snowy place. But to me, it just felt empty to me, and it felt like there was nothing that was going on. But granted, I came from Oblivion that had everything and anything happening. Like, you could run into a random fucking encounter out of nowhere.
Well, that happens in Skyrim.
That happens
too.
in
Which
Skyrim.
is dead, but it was something with Skyrim. It just...
No, I mean, I feel you.
Couldn't get into.
I think a lot of it just had
I mean,
to do...
if fighting a dragon isn't hardcore enough for you, man, I don't know
No,
what
the
to tell
dragon-
you. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
let's say
or-
the dragon fights were fine. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
I mean,
Well,
there's also
the
assassins
You were
that come out of
probably
nowhere.
expecting it to be just Oblivion again.
Yeah,
That's why
Oblivion with better graphics and gameplay. But
Exactly.
Like, it's a different environment, you know, with a whole different, like... I don't even know what I want to say. Feel to it, just because, like, you know, it's different race of people. And,
Yeah, it's foreign. It's supposed to be foreign.
and I think you just really like the setting of Cyrodiil, and you
Yeah.
know,
Well, and that's why, like, now when I play the MMO, which I'm obsessed with, I chose the side of Cyrodiil
yeah.
over it. And you can go walk the world of
And-
fucking Tamriel.
See,
now.
and I'll tell you, and this is why, like, I know it's a money issue and it'll take a while, and I totally understand, but this is why I'm really trying to push into PC gaming, because I think
Yeah.
if you had Skyrim on PC and were able to mod it and make it your own, I think you'd feel a lot different, because it really changes the whole way you can play the
Okay.
game, you know?
Well, yeah.
No,
You
you
can do
do.
whatever you want.
I'll
That-
definitely give that a try. Like,
Yeah,
like,
they did
like on my old laptop, I had
Yeah.
Oblivion. I modded Oblivion.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
Can you
Skyrim will. I'm sure
You
Skyrim
might
will
be
come back to my
getting
heart, but it's just I don't know.
From where?
It's there. It's on the side.
I think we're isolating these two here.
Sorry.
I might do that too.
We're talking about dinner.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, okay, so now we're about almost 50 minutes in. So do you guys kind of want to just wrap up kind of talking about, like, what gaming means to you as, like, a whole? Maybe why you wanted to make a gaming channel, you know, just what do you think the future is for you, why it's important to you, stuff like that, just kind of sum up everything we've been talking about.
Totally.
Well, I mean, I think like now especially, I'm super happy where I am, like with gaming and stuff, because I'm getting to experience stuff that I wish I experienced when I was younger, but I'm kind of reliving like the youth that I should have had, I guess, with gaming, because I'm experiencing like totally different games, and this channel is helping me out so much with it. And I mean, like just yesterday, me and Mike played Dark Souls 2 for like, I don't know, like 6 hours straight. It was so fun, and it's like that game I would have never played, and it's thanks to you guys too. Like if you guys weren't my friends, I would still be only playing Call of Duty for sure. I mean, I wouldn't be exploring these new games and stuff. And I don't know, I think that's why having a channel like this is so cool, because, I mean, even if it's a game that totally sucks, you can still play it and like
it's an experience in its own.
It's so fun playing someone else's creation and trying to figure out what they were trying to portray by it, and then putting your own like, what does this mean to me? It's
right.
It's gaming is stories, and it's so cool. Like they're so creative, and there's so many different aspects of games that like I never liked reading. But games could be like books. There's stories with visuals and so much different stuff.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Real talk.
Real talk.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just another form of... people talk about gaming as an art form, and I really think it is. It's a
totally
culmination
is.
of so many different types of art, both physical art, music, storytelling, all this stuff culminated into one.
That's why I think they're so good, because they encompass everything.
Yeah,
they encompass movies, books, stories, all this stuff, and you're actually controlling it.
That's the thing.
Cool. It's everyone's talents all coming together to make one beautiful piece of art.
And it's got that extra piece where, there's player control. Like,
exactly.
You actually get to be a part of it and live it, You're not just on the sidelines hearing about what other characters are doing. You are the central character, and you get to decide what happens in certain ways. And at what pace.
Any game could mean something different to any person. Yeah. Like, this, because you control it, and it's like, you're in charge.
I remember Brian being super excited for Sonic 06. I do. I remember.
Oh, I remember too, dude. I thought it was
clear as day. I could see it still today. You were like, oh man,
I was too.
Who plays 3 different hedgehogs? And I'm like, who the fuck is that happy to play as like rodents?
Dude, I thought it was awesome because there's also my love for Final Fantasy. Because you gotta lie, you can't lie.
I wasn't excited for that game.
I was, but at least those cutscenes were beautiful to me, and they remind me of Final Fantasy. So
there were good-looking cutscenes, but because I knew it was
I
knew it was a Sonic game, it was so jarring because it's like here are these Final Fantasy-esque characters, and here's a cartoonish hedgehog, yay! It's like whoa.
It was very out of place, but yeah.
Have you ever had that feeling in your knee where like it's actually being like pulled against the kneecap, so it's being pushed the other way? That's how that game felt.
That is a good point.
What?
Yeah.
No, you said it right. Did I
say it right?
You said it right.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
I got you, bro.
Oh, we on the same page over here.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Did you understand what I said?
Yeah.
The opposite of your kneecap getting pushed
Totally.
to an uncomfortable level. That's what that game is.
What is he talking about?
No, but I'll tell you what. I'm really happy that we started our YouTube channel. I mean, listen, I don't care if nobody watches it. It's just a fun thing to do, and it's something we've always done but never re-recorded. When I think of playing games with you as my friend, we've always done this thing where we're just joking around and coming up with dumb stories for whatever game we were playing, or when we were playing Dragon Ball's Raging Blast, and we had Michael Jackson music playing in the background.
That was
it up with it. It would be so dumb. And
I remember Piccolo fighting Piccolo and Man in the Mirror.
That's perfect. It's stupid stuff like that, and I don't know. I think it's just it's a different way to experience video games doing a channel, because then you're actually forced to think a little bit critically about what the game is like instead of just mindlessly playing it, and then you get someone to talk to with
right. And it's just fun playing. It's fun seeing the other person's reaction too when you're there. It's just because it's just could you imagine a new game that you introduced me to? You're like, hey, Akhtar, let's play this, and I'll be like, all right, fine, I'll play this. Why not? And I'm going through it. It's like how you went through Breaking Bad with me. You're seeing my reactions and shit, and you're like,
amazing.
He's eating it up. He's eating that shit like no other. I don't know.
Yeah, and it feels good. I mean, that's how I've
plus
always.
It's always
been.
good to have that advice next to you too,
right?
Of someone who knows what's going on.
Well, that's a big part of who I am is I love sharing things I love with people. There's no better feeling than when you show someone a game or show or music that you really like and they like it too. And even if they don't like it so much, it's fun to see their point of view on it. It's just I don't know. It feels good to share that stuff.
Yeah, it's like when I showed Akhtar the Animal Crossing move and he fucking laughed in my face.
Dude, Mike, do you disagree with me that was the most emasculating thing to watch ever?
It was good!
I want to say, I love Animal Crossing. I like cute stuff. That movie was gay as hell.
Oh, that was
Flower aneurysms.
Oh my god, yeah, it was great. That was my love.
I highly disagree.
I'm gonna buy that shit on
Fan
Amazon.
dubs.
We're all gonna watch it.
And that was fan dub too. It wasn't even like a legitimate dub.
Yeah, but
So
even
many
with fan dub,
flower aneurysms. God damn.
Yeah, but even with that fan dub, that was actually, at least from what I remember, it was pretty good.
I prefer mine and Akhtar's Animal Crossing dub. I think we do it better.
No! Get out of here! Crushing my dreams.
No, man, but that's. I think the best thing about gaming too is that it's a form of escape too. Because let's be honest, sometimes life sucks, and it's nice to have something to just kind of go to where you can get your mind off stuff and be someone else for an hour.
Oh yeah,
think it's
definitely.
cool.
Yeah. I think going back to Call of Duty. Sorry, I'm making this
No.
Call of Duty podcast.
What the fuck?
Like, I mean, that's like you could play that game so mindlessly too,
Yeah.
which is like nice. Like just get lost.
Man, I have a
like,
KD of like .02. Oh, you can't play that shit mindlessly at all. All right.
Well, when you're Kenny Thompson, you can.
I don't know how you play, but I'm like fully focused when I play that shit.
See, it's really funny because like that's why I like having a channel with you. Like, yeah, I know I'm always busy a lot, and I do feel bad for it all the time.
Good,
But-
you should.
No, trust me, I feel bad, and that's why I feel bad whenever.
Akhtar's face over there like, I know that was a remark towards me.
But bro, I feel you. But that's why I like whenever you and me do get together, we can play. We have a lot of fun with it, and that's why I really love playing horror games with you because those are the games I play mindlessly. And then you
You fucking suck at horror games. Actually, yeah, you do play them mindlessly.
I'm fucking good at them. Get out of here. But no, it's just I love
Worst
playing them with
Silent Hill player ever.
You never even see me play Silent Hill. Okay, besides Homecoming. Hold on, I forgot what that was. I forgot about Homecoming. But that one was something else. Downpour was awful though. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that because I love playing them with Kenny because I'm always because I played horror games so much where I'm used to when a jump scare is gonna happen.
No, you like playing them with Kenny because you don't have someone who's better at horror games than you in the room.
No, that's not the no. I love seeing his reactions with it. I love watching Kenny freak out with it because like when we're playing a horror game, I know when the game is completely silent, when there's no sound, I know a jump scare is going to happen when you take another turn. Like
I'm stupid and I don't know anything. See, even in social situations, I don't know when something's like happening. Like, wait, what?
What just happened?
I don't get it. Am I supposed to laugh now or cry? I don't know.
It's like an awkward silence goes down in the office, and you just see Kenny's like, "What?"
What happened?
But that's why I love playing horror games with you because I know when something's going to happen, and I can tell Kenny doesn't know, and that's the reactions I want. And that's why whenever Kenny would freak out, you hear me laughing because I know. But
me screaming and running.
but I did pick up some new horror games.
He does kind of cackle like a witch.
So we can play the new Soma that was made by Amnesia. We have what else do I have? Among the Sleep, which is really good. It's a PC game. Now it's on PS4. And then the last one, I can't even think what it is. It's another horror game. I can't think of it. But now I have every horror game from on the PS4 now. Besides the new one that came out, was like this painting one.
So is Silent Hills being revitalized or what?
Something's happening. I don't know what, but something's happening.
But from what I know, the project is done right now. But some indie companies are trying to remake PT and actually try to make a story for it.
Well, and I think Guillermo del Toro has been talking with what's his name?
Hideo Kojima?
Yeah, Hideo Kojima. And I think they're trying to do something. I mean, they can't use the Silent Hill name, but they're trying to do something.
I mean, they can still use PT, can't they?
Well,
Yeah,
but sure, but that's just for playable training.
That's just
I mean,
I feel like PT could stand for like what, like post-traumatic or some shit.
well, I mean, who knows what they do? They may
You know
come
what
up
I
with a whole
mean?
new title. The point is, they just can't use like the Silent Hill.
Yeah, there's
They can make their own horror thing.
which is fine. I mean,
Right.
I don't. Think
I still want Norman
they
Reedus
care.
for some
Yeah.
reason too. I want that. I want that experience.
Well, there's this one horror game which I actually want you to look into. It's called Perception. You play as a blind girl. The only way for you to see is to tap the ground, and you watch the sound waves create the images. So you're watching pure blackness. The only way you can see something is by tapping the ground. That one I think would be fun for you.
I feel like a
And-
Daredevil game would be.
So, but that's
Daredevil
basically
game
what
could
it's
be
like.
made
It's like
around
you're
that.
Daredevil, but in a horror environment. So you have to tap the ground to physically see something.
Interesting.
So I think that would be a fun game for you and me. So
Well, no matter what, at some point, on a day when we all have a little more time, we gotta play some games together.
Yeah.
Yeah. we
NFG
do.
versus TWG.
yeah, we're gonna lose.
Have fun with that one.
Dude,
Now that
I'm
that's
gonna be
recorded,
so.
what
Loud
happened?
one.
Dude, I wanna go 1-on-1 against Brian so bad in Super Smash Brothers. I wanna make him cry.
Here's what
I
we'll
wanna
do.
make him
We'll do
cry
a
so
3v1 Call of Duty.
Oh no! Look at this guy.
It's just more targets.
We're just like, yeah, he's Rambo, and we're like,
I say, why don't we all just play a game
fodder.
that we're all fucking good at? That?
We would literally be like all the like generic bad guys in every action movie.
Oh
You can't hit a barn.
and he would.
And Kenny's over there. He's got like paper clips. He's just like chucking and goes through our head and like gets all three of us in a row with one shot.
Oh, remember that? Remember the FAL search and destroy match in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? You had the FAL, and like you were the only one left, and there were 3 people.
Oh yeah!
Oh my god! And you took all 3 of them down. They were all charging him, and he got 1 headshot, 2 body shots, and I was, oh my god!
All right, sorry, I know you're trying to wrap this up, but
That's okay.
Search and destroy, that nothing gets your heart pumping more when
Yeah.
you're the last one alive and you're trying to win this for your team. Oh, that really gets the
Dude, that was awesome.
Wait, what happened? Now I want to know the story. I know you're trying to wrap up.
It's search and destroy. You only get 1 life.
No, I know, but like, tell me the whole story. Like, what happened?
So it was me and Kenny on a team, and 2 other people were on our team, and we were going against 4 people. They killed me and the other 2 people, and Kenny was alive. Kenny was backed into a corner hard. Actually, he wasn't even backed into a corner. I still think there was open space behind him. I just think he like felt like the enemies were coming towards the direction or whatever.
This is reminding me of like a war story. Kenny was backed into a corner. Looked like there was no hope.
And so he was like behind. So he was just like behind just like a little bit of cover, and there was like a wall, and then an opening where like the enemies can further progress it towards you. And so see Kenny, and I'm like looking at it in the kill cam, or like at his cam, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh my god, this is so intense. He can totally do this though. And so like you see like the 3 people come out at once, just ready to charge him.
They lined up perfectly.
Yeah, they lined up perfectly. He had the FAL, which is like the strongest assault rifle, but it's a single shot.
Semi-auto, yeah.
But he took all 3 of them down, and they were so well like lined up for him. Like it was just like fodder for him, like easily. So he can do a 3v1 if he wanted to against us.
Oh no, he'll
yeah.
us up.
Oh, yeah.
He would seriously smear our faces on the ground and laugh as he did it.
He'll wipe his butt with my face, and I'll like it. Damn. All right. Well, on that note, guys, thank you for joining me on this podcast. I'm hoping we get a chance to do more. And again, like, it doesn't have to be all 4 of us. You know, when people are free. You know, I think a podcast should have at least 3 people at any given time because just 2 people is kind of weird.
That way it's entertaining.
But that's really weird.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully we can do more of these and branch into other topics and stuff. And
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah. All right, guys. So that was the NFG podcast, episode 1 podcast, pilot.
It's a podcast episode 1.
Pilot. I want to say pilot. It makes it sound official.
A pilot, yeah.
But your stuttering doesn't make it sound that official.
Shut up! I'm an adult. Bye.